All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm JustMoparJoe. Today we are starting on the bottom end of the Piggybank horsepower Ramcharger Revival 360. So you'll see hashtag Piggybank horsepower in the bottom of this video. If you want to check out the other builds that are Piggybank horsepower builds with all the other channels, look in the description and the bottom of this video. Let's go to work. I have the block cleaned up, deburred, new cam bearings in, fresh honed by Mr. Rick Seaman. I got my crank and everything back from balancing from Ed's machine. I got my deck cleaned up. So this is an old school performance Clevite. 222 at 50, 232 at 50 intake and exhaust duration. 447, 450 lift on a 112 lobe separation. It's going to spread the power band out nicely with that 112 lobe separation and should have nice vacuum for the vacuum brakes, but still have lots of low end grunt and a good sound to it. So I got my cam handle on here. I need to get my cam lubed up. I've already wiped it down 100%. For my cam lube, I'm using the Driven to go on the actual lobes themselves. I believe I got this pack with Lanati cam a while back. It's pretty good stuff. I also like the Isky Rev Lube. If you have some of that, put a dab everywhere. There we go. So on the lobes, not on the journals. I don't know how some people got confused about that, and it may not actually make a major difference, but this is the way that I do it, and you can do it how you'd like. Every face of every lobe gets the lube. This stuff's going to be there in months if this thing never started, which mine's going to be running on my new run stand soon enough. There we go. Rotate it around. Looking for any dry spots. Y'all have seen me build engines before. My last couple were roller engines, so they didn't have to have all this lube on the lobes. You basically just do a roller engine with the engine oil of your choice. I like to use Lucas with it as well, oil stabilizer. See how nice and thick this stuff's going on. That's great. Cam is now coated up nicely. Every face and every journal, or every lobe face. I have not put anything on the journals yet. And for my journals, I'm going to use my Lucas assembly lube. This is semi-synthetic, eliminates dry starts, and just put a dab on as I'm sliding it in the engine. Nothing like that. Working and building your mopars. Pretty partial to them. Take that glove off, go wait, grab the cam handle. And go to party town. Cam is nice and installed now. See how it can float in and out. That won't happen after the plate goes onto it. Got a little lint there I need to get going. But spins like a breeze. It does not spin as easy as it did earlier when we only had engine oil on there testing it with the bearings. Before you could spin it and it keeps spinning because it was so free and nice. Now having that lube in, she's good to go. So I'm gonna get my handle off, flip her over and get my bearings put in. Caps on the block, everything's clean. Main bearings in. Checking our clearance. This is number 2. We're gonna pull the caps off in a minute and get her down to right there. So just over 2 thousandths for number 2 main bearing. Do number 1. Number 1. About 2.5. Looks closer to me. We like it. I can go ahead and pull these 2 caps off and then just go down the line. And here's about the time that I realized I missed a lot of this other stuff filming. I was able to get that thrust bearing in and set. I wanted to show you that, but it kind of got lost in translation. Got this step torqued, 3 different steps, up to, I believe, 85 foot-pounds, whatever the stock spec was. The block went together really nicely. Our clearances, everything was good, between 2 and 3 thousandths on all 5 mains. She spins freely and nicely. Feels really good. I think I could have free spun it if I just used oil instead of that assembly lube, but I wanted that stuff to stay there a little while. Just got a call back. The heads are getting done soon from Ed at Ed's Machine. Everything's looking really good with this block, so I'm excited to get it put together and on our new engine run stand soon. But yeah, stay tuned for the next part coming up. I've got the rods and pistons to knock in, and I'll also degree the cam in that video. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. That's it. Does it spin? Yes. Yes, it does. She's good to go.